Music often has the power to inspire, to heal, and even to lead entire societies into action. But did you know that one particular melody did more than just inspire? It united a fractured people and set the stage for one of history's most significant revolutions. This is the tale of the song that united a revolution. Let's step back to the late 18th century, when the world was on the cusp of the age of revolutions. Throughout Europe, discontent was brewing as oppressive monarchies, famine, and social inequality pushed societies to their limits. In France, tensions reached a boiling point. The peasantry, burdened by unfair taxation and starvation, found itself at odds with the aristocracy, which lived in luxury untouched by these woes. Enter a man named Claude Rouget de Lisle. A captain in the French army and an amateur musician, Rouget was stationed in Strasbourg in April 1792. At the time, France had just declared war on Austria, further plunging the already troubled nation into uncertainty. Patriotism and unity were desperately needed to bolster morale. One fateful night, inspired by a surge of passionate nationalism, Rouget picked up his pen and composed both the lyrics and melody for what he originally titled Chant de guerre pour l'armée du Rhin, or War Song for the Army of the Rhine. This wasn't just another anthem, it was an emotional plea, a rallying cry, and an unrelenting declaration of rebellion, all wrapped into one. The song called for citizens to rise up, to fight against tyranny, and to embrace liberty as their ultimate cause. The composition was initially meant only for local soldiers, but found its way to Marseille, where revolutionaries adopted it as their own. Marching into Paris later that year, the revolutionary forces sang Rouget's tune in unison, their voices reverberating throughout the streets. The power of the song was like electricity over the simmering tensions. It sparked an outpouring of unity so strong it felt almost tangible. But what made the song so uniquely effective? Its lyrics were raw, visceral, and unapologetic. They painted a vivid picture of oppression undone and freedom triumphantly gained. The melody, too, was hauntingly catchy, a mix of uplifting marches and subtle calls to introspection. It transcended language barriers, moved hearts, and gave thousands an anthem to collectively believe in. By 1795, the song had become so ingrained into French revolutionary identity that it was officially adopted as the national anthem of France. Yet its story doesn't end with the revolution. Over the centuries, this melody became not just a French call to arms, but a global symbol of unity against oppression. From anti-colonial movements in Africa to resistance efforts during World War II, its strains resonated far beyond its original intent. Today, we know this song as La Marseillaise, and it remains one of the most iconic anthems in the world. Yet few remember its humble origins, a song born out of desperation during a cold military post, one man's pen and piano giving voice to millions. It's not just history in the making, it's proof of the extraordinary power of art to transcend circumstances, ignite action, and alter the course of destiny. So next time you hear La Marseillaise, remember that it's more than just a melody. It's a story of courage, struggle, and the indomitable human spirit. From the hands of a single man to the lips of an entire nation, this song truly united a revolution.